for somebody who is looking at this and is really inspired and feels like, oh, I could actually try a career in UX, what advice would you give them?
Okay, so having gone through the process, there's a lot of videos you can find on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right, like things you need to sort of jumpstart. But let me save you let's keep the kicks here.
Yeah.
First thing is understand what it is. Again, understand what UX is. See if you really like it.
Yeah.
Okay. But most of the time you'll find out you really like it. It's a very interesting thing. It's very lucrative. So, okay, you've figured out that's what you want and everything. You don't need to pay expensive school for it. Like, for example, UCT, they've got online courses and like 14,000 or something. I did my first UX year course for 1,200 rand. The whole year.
Yeah.
Limited.
1,200.
So I went to the Interior Design Foundation. So interiordesignfoundation.org. You can learn UX. The only thing I had a problem with that one, it was very theory. Yeah. And UX is theory, but like sometimes you want to see how UX plays with you.
Sure.
So theory heavy. So I did a couple of those. And I don't mind theory. I love theory, actually. It got me to truly understand what UX is. And then from there, I went into... I studied in this place called UXL, so UXCL.
Okay, UXL. Oh,
UXL,
like that.
That one's amazing. They've got color, that's great. And that one will set you back, especially if you get the 50% TND specials. You can pay the equivalent of 50 years started in rands, which is, I think, just underneath 1,000 rand.
Yeah.
For a year. So your first year 50 off. So you could do that and learn. And then from there, all you need to do is go onto YouTube or Skillshare. Skillshare is another thing. For the first year, you'll pay like 400 rand.
Yeah.
For the first year, or even every other year. And then go learn Figma, which is like...
For that amount on Skillshare, do you get access to all courses?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can learn the principles of UX, UI there. You can learn a tool like Figma, because
Yeah.
I need to. And then once you kind of understand Figma, YouTube will just help you understand all the other little tools for prototyping.
What is Figma?
Figma is a tool. It's like the primarily used tool for UX and UI, especially UI. You can literally design interfaces on that thing.
Cool.
Prototypes or plan UX there. So it's a powerful tool. There used to be Adobe XD, but then they shut that down, I think, because they thought they were buying Figma. So I don't know what's going to happen now. There's also Sketch, but that's just for Macs, but then it's also not as popular as Figma. So Figma is the top one.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of like online ones and stuff. You just need to research.
Sure.
Basically figure out that you want to do UX. Choose, I'd say UXL, forget about interior design foundation right now. UXL, get into that. And then YouTube. Just fill yourself with like people doing it, that how they're doing the designs, how they're solving problems, because that's what UX is solving problems.
Yep.
And then also learn tools. And once you've learned tools, you then create your first case study. So a case study can be like, my first case study was a dating app.
Okay.
So I basically looked at the problem.
Like Tinder.
Yes. So I was basically looking at Tinder. I studied Tinder and then I saw what they're doing wrong, what they did right, and everything. And then I kind of did a case study of how I'll develop a much better app and how it would work. So that's a case study. So you can either design a whole app or a specific section to say, I think Tinder would be great if it had this. Cool. So once you do your case study, then you can start applying to jobs. The jobs are really simple. Just do about 2 to 3 case studies and maybe a couple of UI designs, and then just apply. You'll be picked so quick. Like my friend didn't even wait a month to get the next job.
Hectic.
Like it's so quick and it's so needed, and your first salary is going to be so good. The time to learn, and I'm always for learn properly. Give yourself 8 months to a year. Just focus on it and do it. And anyone will get into it. It's lucrative. You'll be earning good money. And it's also something you can turn into a business, because once you've got a nice portfolio, you can go to a company and say, look, we can improve your your UX UI,
Yep.
and we charge them big monies because every UX like projects are in the six figures.
Yeah. It's just that, we work under agencies, and agencies would charge the big figures and give us the crumbs. Yeah.
Imagine if you get to a point where you can do it for yourself.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
make money.
Cool.
I studied UX for a year. The next year, after studying it, I got a UX gig.
Yeah.
So, but that's my advice. Like, just get started with it. It's definitely a beautiful thing to get started for. You work remotely most of the time.
Yeah.
You, like my friend, like sometimes I'm like, bro, do you even work? Always with us. Like, bro, I didn't work. He works for a big company.
Yeah.
I probably can't say because of whatever, but he works for a very big company.
Yeah.
Big offices in Sandton. Yet he's always with us.
Yeah,
He goes
yeah,
to the
yeah,
office here and there, and it's because of the freedom that the tech space gives you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
get into UX, UI. It's amazing. You can use it anywhere.